Imagine this. Every single day, you eat a big serving of rice, that warm dish everyone loves. But have you ever stopped to think about what really happens to your body when you do this day after day? It may seem harmless, right? After all, everyone eats rice, from the youngest to the oldest, and it's on nearly every table in the world. But here's a secret. Eating rice every day could bring some surprises you didn't expect. Let me tell you a story. Not long ago, a young guy named Lucas started noticing he was feeling way too tired. He couldn't figure out why. He had always been healthy, played sports, and ate well, or at least he thought he did. He loved rice and ate it every single day, without fail. What Lucas didn't know was that, over time, this simple habit was doing more harm than good to his body, and he was about to discover the dangers of such a common food. In today's video, I'm going to explain what happens to your body when you eat rice every day, and what you might not know about how it could affect your health in some dangerous ways. Are you unknowingly sabotaging your own body? Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover might change the way you look at that rice bowl on your plate. Hey, before we dive in, I've got a special invitation for you. If you want to be part of a community that's all about taking better care of your health, learning how food really impacts your body, and sharing tips for a more balanced life, subscribe to the channel right now. Here, you'll get exclusive content that will help you make the best choices for your body. Don't miss out. Join our community and let's grow together on this journey. Subscribe now and become part of this amazing team that cares and shares the best of life. Is rice good or bad for you? Imagine you have a friend named John. Every day, his family cooks a big pot of rice, and he loves eating it with beans, chicken, or even just by itself. It's warm, filling, and something he has eaten since he was little. For John, rice isn't just food, it's comfort, tradition, and a part of almost every meal at home. One day, while talking to his neighbor, he hears something that makes him stop and think. Did you know that people with diabetes shouldn't eat rice? The neighbor says. It's full of carbs and can make their blood sugar go up really fast. John had never thought about that before. He always saw rice as a normal, everyday food. But now, a bunch of questions start popping into his head. Is rice really bad for you? If someone has diabetes, do they have to stop eating it completely? Are some types of rice better than others? He starts wondering if he should be worried about eating rice too. His grandparents eat rice every day, and they're healthy. His parents always say rice gives them energy. His friends bring rice dishes from their cultures to school, and they all seem fine. But what if they're wrong? What if rice is secretly doing harm to their bodies without them even realizing it? That night at dinner, he watches his parents scoop rice onto their plates. He hesitates before taking his own portion. Should he stop eating rice? Should he tell his parents what the neighbor said? At the same time, he remembers something else. Rice is one of the most widely eaten foods in the world. Billions of people eat it every single day. In some countries, it's the main source of food. If rice were really that bad, wouldn't more people be sick? John feels confused. He doesn't want to give up one of his favorite foods, but he also wants to make smart choices for his health. That's exactly what we're going to explore. Is rice really a problem, or is there a way to enjoy it without harming your health? Can people with diabetes eat rice safely? And if so, what's the best way to do it? Let's break it down and find out the truth. Is rice really the villain, or is it just a myth? John couldn't stop thinking about what his neighbor had said. The next day, he decided to ask his older sister, Lisa, about it. Lisa was always reading about health and nutrition, so maybe she had the answer. Lisa, is rice really bad for you? Someone told me that people with diabetes shouldn't eat it because it makes their blood sugar go up too fast. Lisa smiled. That's a great question, John. A lot of people think rice is the enemy, especially for diabetics. But is that actually true, or is it just another myth floating around on the internet? John thought about all the things he had heard before. Some people said white rice was unhealthy, while others swore that brown rice was much better. Some said rice makes you gain weight, while others said it gives you energy. It was all so confusing. So, what's the truth? John asked. Lisa grabbed her phone and pulled up some articles. Well, there are different types of rice, white, brown, black, parboiled, and each one has different effects on the body. Some are digested faster than others, which can affect blood sugar differently. But rice isn't automatically bad for diabetics. It all depends on how much you eat, what type you choose, and what you eat with it. John raised an eyebrow. So, diabetics don't have to give up rice? Lisa shook her head. Nope. But they do need to be smart about how they eat it. In fact, there's even a way to make rice healthier so it doesn't raise blood sugar as much. But we'll get to that later. John was relieved but still curious. Okay, so rice isn't bad, but some kinds are better than others. What's the difference between them? Lisa grinned. I was hoping you'd ask. Let's go through them one by one. The rice diet that shocked the medical world. Imagine living in a time when there were no real medicines for diabetes or high blood pressure. Doctors had very few options, and people often got really sick because there weren't effective treatments available. Now, picture a scientist, determined to help his patients, searching for a way to heal them, not with pills, but with food. This actually happened. A long time ago, before modern medicine had advanced, doctors were desperate for ways to treat diseases like hypertension, high blood pressure, and diabetes. That's when a special diet, called the rice diet, was created. And believe it or not, it changed lives. So, what was this diet, you might ask? Well, it was super simple. People ate mostly rice and fruit. No meat, no fatty foods, and very little salt. The idea was that this combination would help the body heal by lowering blood pressure and controlling blood sugar levels. It was so strict that some patients had to be monitored in hospitals while following it. And guess what? It worked, at least for a while. Many patients who were dangerously ill got better. Some people with diabetes saw big improvements, and others with high blood pressure avoided serious complications. It was an incredible discovery at the time. But there was a catch. The diet was extremely restrictive. Imagine eating only rice and fruit every single day. No burgers, no pasta, no fun treats. Over time, scientists realized that while the rice diet had some benefits, it wasn't a long-term solution. People need a variety of foods to stay healthy, and cutting out entire food groups can lead to other problems. So, while the rice diet played an important role in history, today we know that a balanced diet, one that includes healthy grains, proteins, and vegetables, is the best way to stay strong. And guess what? Rice can still be part of that balanced diet, as long as it's eaten in a smart way. A simple trick to make rice healthier. Imagine this. You've just cooked a big pot of rice, and it smells amazing. You're ready to eat. But what if I told you there's a way to make that rice even better for your body, especially if you have diabetes or want to keep your blood sugar levels balanced? Sounds like magic, right? Well, it's actually science. Here's the trick. Cook your rice, then let it cool down in the refrigerator overnight before eating it. That's it. Just by chilling your rice, something incredible happens inside those tiny grains. The starch in the rice transforms into something called resistant starch. But what does that mean? Resistant starch is special because your body digests it more slowly, meaning it won't spike your blood sugar as quickly as freshly cooked rice would. Think of it like this. Fresh rice is like a fast car speeding into your bloodstream, while cooled rice is more like a slow train, taking its time and giving your body a steady source of energy instead of a sugar rush. And guess what? This trick doesn't just work for rice. You can do the same thing with potatoes and pasta. If you cook them, let them cool, and then eat them later, even if you reheat them, they still keep some of that beneficial resistant starch. But that's not all. Resistant starch is also like a superfood for the good bacteria in your gut. These tiny bacteria help keep your digestion strong, protect your immune system, and even influence your mood. So, by eating cooled rice, you're not just helping your blood sugar, you're also taking care of your gut health. It's such an easy trick, right? Just cook, chill, and enjoy. Now, let's talk about the best way for diabetics to include rice in their diet. What do you think about this simple trick? Can you imagine how something as easy as cooling your rice could actually make it healthier for your body? Do you think this small change could have a big impact on your blood sugar and gut health? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. I'd love to know if you're going to give this trick a try. How diabetics can eat rice without worrying. Let's be honest, rice is delicious. It's warm, comforting, and goes with almost everything. But if you have diabetes, you've probably heard people say, "Oh no, you should stop eating rice." But is that really true? Not exactly. The secret isn't cutting out rice completely. It's about choosing the right type, preparing it wisely, and watching your portion sizes. So, how can you enjoy rice without worrying about your blood sugar? Let's break it down into 3 easy steps. Step 1. Choose smarter rice options. Not all rice is the same. White rice has a high glycemic index, which means it can spike your blood sugar quickly. But there are better options. Parboiled rice. It has a lower glycemic index and keeps more nutrients than white rice. Brown rice, rich in fiber, which helps slow down sugar absorption. Black rice, the healthiest of them all. It has fiber, antioxidants, and a lower glycemic index. If you love white rice and don't want to give it up, don't worry. There's a trick for that too. Step 2. Cook and cool your rice. Remember the trick from before? If you cook your rice and then let it cool in the fridge overnight, the starch changes into resistant starch, which helps prevent blood sugar spikes. You can reheat it later, and it will still have this benefit. Step 3. Pair rice with the right foods. Here's a fun fact. Rice by itself can spike your blood sugar, but if you eat it with fiber and protein, the effect is much lower. So instead of just having plain rice, try mixing it with beans or lentils. This is why rice and beans are such a great combo. Adding vegetables, the fiber slows down sugar absorption. Including lean protein, chicken, fish, tofu, or eggs help keep your blood sugar steady. And the most important tip? Control your portions. Instead of piling up a mountain of rice on your plate, try eating a smaller amount and adding more veggies or beans. This way, you still get to enjoy your favorite food without any guilt or health risks. So no, you don't have to say goodbye to rice forever. You just need to be smart about how you eat it. Now, let's talk about one last secret that can make your rice even better for your health. How to make rice even healthier. You can make your rice healthier by adding extra nutrients to balance your blood sugar and keep you feeling full longer. Here's how. 1. Add fiber with beans, lentils, and seeds. Mix rice with high-fiber foods like beans, lentils, or seeds, such as chia or flax. Fiber slows down the sugar absorption, helping to control blood sugar levels and keep you fuller for longer. 2. Include vegetables. Load your rice with vegetables like spinach, carrots, or broccoli. They provide vitamins, minerals, and fiber, all of which help balance the effects of rice on your blood sugar. 3. Add lean protein. Pair your rice with lean protein sources like chicken, fish, or tofu. Protein helps slow down the digestion of rice, reducing blood sugar spikes and keeping you satisfied. 4. Use healthy spices. Add cinnamon, ginger, or turmeric to your rice. These spices may help lower blood sugar and add flavor without extra sugar or salt. 5. Control your portions. Even with these additions, it's important to control your portion sizes. Too much rice can still raise your blood sugar, so enjoy it in moderation and balance it with other healthy foods. By following these steps, you can make your rice healthier, enjoy it more, and keep your blood sugar in check. The rice diet, a historical approach to health. Did you know there was a rice diet that helped people with serious health problems many years ago? It was created by a German doctor who fled Nazi Germany and settled in the US. He developed this diet to help people suffering from high blood pressure when there were no medications to treat it. In the 1930s and 40s, people with a condition called malignant hypertension, a dangerous type of high blood pressure, had little hope for a cure. Some even died from it, including the US president at the time. This doctor, who worked at Duke University, believed that a special diet could help, so he created the rice diet. The rice diet was very strict and mainly consisted of rice, fruits, and very little salt, animal protein, or cholesterol. People who followed it had to be closely monitored because it was so restrictive. However, the results were amazing. In about 2/3 of the cases, people's health improved dramatically. Their heart issues, vision problems, and even kidney problems started to reverse. For diabetics, this diet even helped reverse diabetic retinopathy in some cases, a condition that damages the eyes from high blood sugar. This was groundbreaking at the time because it was hard for diabetics to improve that condition. Some people were even able to stop using insulin. While this diet was helpful for some, it was extremely restrictive, and today, doctors don't recommend it. Why? Because it's hard to maintain long-term. Instead, it's better to focus on a balanced, sustainable diet, like the DASH diet for high blood pressure or the Mediterranean diet, which includes a lot of vegetables, whole grains, and little processed sugar or red meat. These diets are easier to follow and can help you stay healthy in the long run, without needing to cut out entire food groups like the rice diet did. If you're finding these tips helpful so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It's a simple way to show that this content is making a difference for you. Plus, when you like the video, you help others discover this useful info too. So, if you're ready to take control of your health, give that like a click. It only takes a second, but it helps a lot. A simple trick to make rice healthier. If you want to make your rice even better for your body, here's a clever trick that can help, especially for people with type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes. When you cook rice, let it cool overnight in the fridge before you eat it. This may sound strange, but it works. Here's why: cooling the rice changes its starch. Normally, when you eat rice, your body breaks down the starch into glucose, sugar, which can raise your blood sugar. But when you refrigerate rice after cooking it, the starch becomes more resistant to digestion. This means your body can't break down as much of it into sugar, and your blood sugar levels won't spike as high. Not only does this apply to rice, but it also works with potatoes and pasta. By cooling them, you're turning some of the starch into something called resistant starch, which acts like fiber in your digestive system. Resistant starch is good for your gut because it acts like a prebiotic, feeding the healthy bacteria in your intestines. This can help improve your digestion and overall gut health, while also keeping your blood sugar under control. So, next time you make rice, cook extra and store it in the fridge. You'll not only make it healthier for your body, but you might even find it's a little easier on your stomach too. Tips for diabetics who want to eat rice. If you have diabetes or pre-diabetes, you don't need to completely remove rice from your diet. There are several ways you can enjoy rice without it affecting your blood sugar too much. First, try to reduce your intake of white rice. White rice is high in starch, which can cause your blood sugar to spike quickly. Instead of eating it frequently, try to cut back and eat smaller portions. You can also mix it with other grains or choose healthier rice options. Brown rice, black rice, and parboiled rice are better choices because they contain more fiber, which helps slow down the sugar absorption and keeps your blood sugar levels more stable. Black rice is especially good because it's packed with antioxidants, which are great for your heart and brain. Another tip is to cool your rice overnight in the fridge after cooking it. This simple trick helps turn some of the starch into resistant starch, which is harder for your body to break down into glucose. This lowers the glycemic index of the rice and makes it less likely to cause a blood sugar spike. Along with this, you should try to add fiber and protein to your rice meals. You can pair it with fiber-rich foods like beans, lentils, and vegetables, or lean proteins such as chicken or fish. This will slow down the release of sugar from the rice and help you feel fuller longer, keeping your blood sugar more stable. It's also important to pay attention to your portion sizes. Even with healthier rice options, eating too much can still lead to weight gain and increase your blood sugar. Eating smaller portions and balancing your plate with vegetables and protein is key. To further support your blood sugar control, you can use spices like cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric in your rice dishes. These spices are known to help lower blood sugar levels. Lastly, remember that staying active and regularly monitoring your blood sugar levels are just as important as making changes to your diet. Exercise helps your body use insulin more effectively, and tracking your blood sugar will help you understand how your body responds to different foods. By following these simple steps, you can still enjoy rice while managing your blood sugar. It's all about finding the right balance and making small changes to your meals that will benefit your overall health. Maintain a healthy lifestyle for better blood sugar control. Taking control of your blood sugar goes beyond just watching what you eat. It's important to remember that small, consistent changes can make a huge difference in how you manage your health. A key part of controlling your blood sugar is to make sure you stay active and incorporate regular exercise into your routine. Physical activity helps your body use insulin more effectively, which is essential for keeping blood sugar levels in check. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. This can include walking, cycling, swimming, or even dancing. In addition to exercising, it's crucial to monitor your blood sugar regularly. Keeping track of your blood sugar levels will help you see how your body is reacting to different foods and lifestyle choices. You'll be able to make more informed decisions about your diet, exercise, and medication if needed. Your goal should be to keep your glycated hemoglobin, HbA1c, level under 7%, but even lower levels like 6.5% or less would be even better for your overall health. This number shows how well your blood sugar has been controlled over the past few months. If you find that you're struggling to manage your blood sugar, don't hesitate to seek help from a professional. A doctor, especially an endocrinologist, or a nutritionist can offer guidance on how to tailor your diet and exercise routine to better suit your needs. They can also help you make adjustments if you need medication or additional support to keep your blood sugar levels in check. By making these changes, exercising regularly, monitoring your blood sugar, and seeking professional advice, you can manage your diabetes or prediabetes and lead a healthier life. It's all about finding the right balance that works for you and sticking with it over the long term. So, what do you think? Do you believe that something as simple as how you cook your rice could actually make a big difference for your health? Would you try cooling it down before eating to help manage your blood sugar? Drop a comment below and let me know if you think this trick is worth a shot. So, what do you think? As we saw, rice isn't the villain it's often made out to be. It can definitely be part of a healthy diet, but like everything in life, the key is moderation. You don't have to cut rice out of your meals, but it's important to be mindful of how much and how you prepare it. Just like with anything we love, rice will only be good for you if you know how to balance it. Eating rice every day isn't the problem, but eating too much without thinking about the quantity could have some unwanted effects on your body. So, next time you're sitting down to a nice plate of rice, remember, it's not the rice that's bad, it's the excess. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe and become part of our exclusive community. By subscribing, you get access to content that's designed to help you live healthier, feel better, and stay informed, only here. You won't want to miss out on all the insider tips and tricks we share. So hit that subscribe button and join our awesome group of people who are all about making better choices for their bodies. Let's grow and learn together.